Jadi now kita tengok dari segi assessment and interpretation of weight and body composition by using a different tools. Bila kita nak faham pasal weight and body composition, kita kena faham teknik yang kita gunakan untuk estimate the weight and body composition. Dan kita kena tahu error-error yang boleh menyebabkan result from any type of the measurement. Weight ataupun body composition yang kita ukur ni meaningless if kita tak ada prosedur yang accurate. Kita tak guna pun prosedur yang accurate. Jadi kita akan lihat macam mana beberapa perkara yang sangat penting in term of macam mana kita nak kita nak estimate the body composition. So sebenarnya banyak cara yang kita boleh estimate body composition. Macam saya cakap tadi kalau kita guna body weight, kita ukur body weight as measure with scale, dia adalah sangat tidak membantu bagi atlet yang muscular, atlet yang macam bodybuilder dan sebagainya lah. And then kita akan ada what we call as error of measurement, because the only true measurement of the amount of fat in the body is by chemical analysis, ataupun banyak lagi approach, tapi benda-benda tu memang sangat-sangat yang orang kata it's very difficult lah to do. Sebab itulah all this measurement dia ada indirect determination, and we have some view or kita kata sebagai inherent error. In addition, there is potential for technical error in the assessment method itself. So it is extremely important for all of you to understand the potential for this error and how they might affect the body composition results and recommendation based on those results. Untuk kita nak illustrate measurement error, kita akan consider what we call as underwater weighing as a method of determining body composition, especially percentage of body fat. Teknik underwater weighing ni, dia adalah sangat penting yang boleh digunakan untuk kita determine the density of the body from which the percentage of body fat is predicted. Kita akan tengoklah apa contoh-contoh kepada underwater weighing. Sebagai satu contoh adalah hydrodensitometry ataupun kita panggil sebagai underwater weighing. This underwater weighing dia adalah salah satu teknik macam mana kita nak estimate body composition. Yang benda ni dah memang lama orang buat, and this is the most accurate method available to many athletes untuk determine dia punya body fat. Mass kita boleh determine easily by kita measuring the weight, and density can be calculated if the body's volume is known. Bila dia submerged in water, kita actually can determine the volume either by the amount of water that is displaced. For example, water dia akan rising as one slips into the bathtub. So kita akan determine the buoyant force acting on the submerged object. For example, kalau in the human body, there are two things are less dense than water. Apa dia? Which is air dengan fat. So these two things dia adalah less than water, and dia adalah membantu untuk body kita float, iaitu air dengan fat. Sebab itulah kalau nak belajar berenang kan, sebenarnya kan orang selalu kata orang yang gemuk ni dia lebih senang floating berbanding dengan orang yang kurus. So dalam underwater weighing tu, the air is accounted for by having the subject exhale as much air from the lung as possible, and by counting the residual volume in the prediction equation. So a person that has more fat pula, dia has more body fat, dia akan float more readily. There is have a greater buoyant force and will therefore have a larger volume and a lower density. Conversely, bila orang tu with the person the same weight tapi the less body fat and they are more muscle, dia akan will tend to sink more easily. Dia lebih senang untuk dia sink, untuk dia tenggelam. Bila kita which is kita kata they have less buoyant force. So kita akan cakapkan exhibiting a smaller body volume and a higher density. So higher body density selalunya kita associated with the lower body fat. So this underwater weighing procedure requires the subject to exhale as much air as possible, and sometimes dia kena submerge body completely under water. Tapi dalam erti kata yang ni sometimes sekarang ni dia dah ada a new way of hydrostatic wave procedure lah. Kalau setengah tu dia kena submerge body completely underwater and dia kena remain motionless long enough for the technician to obtain an accurate reading for the underwater. Yang kedua adalah kita panggil sebagai air plethysmography ataupun kita panggil sebagai backport. Sometimes ada berapa problem associated dengan using weighing scale underwater weighing untuk kita nak tentukan body volume dengan density. Jadi this plethysmography ataupun kita panggil displacement of air to determine the body volume telah dicipta. Apa yang dia buat kat sini, kalau you tengok kat sini subjek ni, this subject dia sit in the air-like dia macam telur lah, air-like enclosure, while the amount of air displaced by the subject body dia akan sense by a special diaphragm and also pressure transducer. So once the body volume is determined, the body density can be calculated and body fat can be determined. Banyak study kata yang method ni correlate well with body percentage and determined from underwater weighing and has good retest reliability. So the major advantage of this system is dia tak ada water submersion, dia tak payah nak tenggelam dalam air, which can be a concern for certain subject yang takut dengan air lah, or yang boleh menyebabkan bila you panic, you submergekan dalam air, you panic, you akan nafas lebih laju, sebenarnya benda tu akan menyebabkan error. So diorang kata dengan method ni saja dia boleh mengurangkan error lah. And also this air plethysmography ni dia much less time consuming berbanding dengan underwater weighing. And sebenarnya benda ni memang sangat okay, tetapi the disadvantage dia untuk ni sebab dia sangat-sangat mahal dia very high cost and dia very limited portability sebab dia besar kan, dia tak boleh nak alih-alih, and also definite size of the sitting area. For example kalau orang tu yang jenis larger athlete such as macam basketball player ataupun football lineman man no fit into this kind of air plethysmography ataupun kita panggil sebagai backport. Okey, selain daripada selain daripada underwater weighing and also plethysmography untuk kita estimate body composition and also dengan determine the body density, body composition also can be estimated using the thickness skin fold daripada specific size on the body. Okay, you know that this skin fold is a most widely used techniques yang mana dia akan measure thickness at a minimum of 3 sides. Dan dia akan menggunakan quadratic equation which is this is kita kata lebih kurang accurate lah untuk athlete untuk kita tak tentukan the body composition. And bila kita compare dengan other method, equipment ni adalah sangat-sangat murah and very portable. Dan selalunya kita memang buat research study, kita akan selalu bawa benda lah, it's very portable. And dia tak banyak guna space and tapi dari segi disadvantage dia memang memerlukan private area sebab kita sometimes kita nak access to some skinful sites that require partial disrobing. As with other methods, privacy or modesty may be an issue. Results are easily calculated by using either electronic automatic calipers ataupun commercially available software. Calculator and also computer spreadsheet lah yang boleh easily be configured with the body density and body fat formulation needed to calculate the body composition. Okay, yang kedua adalah bioelectrical impedance. Okay, bioelectrical impedance ni dia uses electrical current untuk estimate the proportion of body fat in the body. So water and tissue kita tahu dia contain high proportion of water that conduct electrical current easily, whereas tissue that contain little water macam fat dia akan impede the flow of the electrical current. Okay, dengan cara method ni, a non-harmful electrical current is conducted through the body and the impedance to the flow of that current is measured. Okay, this one. Okay, this is a bioelectrical impedance. So body composition is not measured directly, rather kita akan dapat algorithm ataupun prediction equation kita akan gunakan untuk predict body composition from a 3 compartment model, iaitu fat mass, fat free mass and also body water. And these algorithm or equation are generally private to the company that has developed them. So it's very difficult to conduct independent scientific studies of the formula. And kalau kita akan letak electrode kat ankle, dekat foot, kat wrist, kat hand. Okay. And then we know that this biological impedance dia adalah good conductor untuk fat free mass, tapi untuk fat dia adalah poor conductor. And reasonably accurate, tapi dia could be better lah berbanding dengan skin fold. Yang seterusnya adalah DEXA. Okay. DEXA ni atau kita panggil sebagai dual energy X-ray absorptiometry. Okay. Yang mana dia use low intensity, dia fokus kepada X-ray untuk determine bone density and juga untuk estimate body composition. DEXA ni, okay, dia quantify bone and soft tissue composition. Dia sangat precise, dia sangat reliable, tetapi isu DEXA ni again dia sangat-sangat mahal. Dia sama juga macam yang tadilah, yang campur tadi. Okay. Dan kita kena tahu yang penting adalah ya, body weight result must be interpreted appropriately and used consistently. Jadi apa yang saya boleh cakap kat sini adalah dalam banyak-banyak method tadi okay, most useful for tracking hydration status, kita kena make sure that yang kita punya body weight ni okay, must be interpreted and used constantly, okay, which is especially useful untuk kita tracking the hydration status. Kita tahu bahawa kan yang kita belajar sebelum ni untuk athlete ni kadang-kadang kita tak tahu hydration status dia macam mana. Jadi this kind of body weight sebenarnya sangat-sangat penting sebab kita boleh track dia punya hydration status. Yang kedua, necessary to measure if weight must be certified, especially untuk combative kind of sports. Yang ketiga, most athletes do not need to measure weight daily. Diorang tak perlu pun. And this body weight must be interpreted correctly. Kadang-kadang kita bila seseorang atlet tu dia decrease body weight, dia bukan setakat dia kata kalau dia decrease body weight tak semestinya dia decrease in body fat. And sometimes they decrease body weight because of the loss of water, dehydration. And sometimes maybe because the loss of body fat because they took a little of food ataupun kita panggil sebagai kilocalorie deficit. And sometimes dia loss of muscle mass, especially yang starvation lah ataupun kita kata yang orang yang kurang ambil karbohidrat. So the key points for the second subtopic berkenaan dengan assessment and interpretation of weight and body composition. Yang pertama, all assessment of body composition are estimate. Kita sebenarnya kita estimate dengan macam-macam degrees of accuracy. And kedua, each body composition assessment technique has some inherent error as well varying potential for technical or measurement error. Setiap daripada assessment tu. Dan kita belajar tadi underwater weighing and also air plethysmography. Dua cara ni assessment ni dia determine the volume and density of the body, which is then used to predict body composition ataupun percent of body fat. Dan kita belajar juga pasal thickness of skin fold, okay, termasuklah subcutaneous fat from specific sites on the body, okay, is used in either generalized or population specific prediction equation untuk kita estimate body composition. Yang kelima kita belajar tadi body composition boleh estimate juga by bioelectrical impedance by swing the difference in electrical conduction properties between fat and other tissues in the body. Yang keenam kita juga tengok dari segi DEXA. DEXA ni dia mahal, dia guna X-ray untuk determine bone density yang mana dia allow for body composition estimation using the 4 compartment model. And this DEXA actually is becoming the gold standard for body composition assessment. Kebanyakan research menggunakan DEXA ni sebagai gold standard tetapi is not widely available and practical sebab dia sangat-sangat mahal. So dia tidak selalunya widely available and practical with large number of athletes. Yang ke-8 yang you kena tahu adalah the use of body composition result must keep in mind the error associated with the assessment method. And consistent use of body weight over time can be used to track hydration status. Okay, sebenarnya body weight juga kita boleh track in terms of the changes in muscle mass ataupun fat, body fat and so on.